just some pure strength coming out of your wing, but your carries. I mean, both TA and Morphling and carries. So besides that, it's just I have multiple ways to be able to start fights, a lot of stuns, a little bit of team fight. So yeah, I slightly prefer Dai's draft.
And it's kind of potentially going to come down to how much rotations these TD supports can do early on to try and alleviate their lack of lockdown in the mid game. Like if you start off this game really fast and you just gank people with like blast off and you're like, yeah, the TA's lane, you kill Ember Spirit a couple of times and then your TA is just like, you know, a couple thousand net worth above him, then that's when like you having not that much lockdown doesn't feel as bad. But if you're going to be on even footing, it's going to be very hard for them to catch an Ember Spirit as well as the Slark. And if they don't catch those heroes, I guess they can really put their emphasis onto the Doom, which is going to be a lot easier for them to catch. But all it takes is iG.V to initiate with their own Doom. And then it's going to be very hard for them to keep a fight going for TD. So lanes are very important. And I think these first 15 minutes are really going to tell the tale about how this game's going to go.
The battle begins.
What do we feel like is, because we kind of both are favoring iG.V a little bit, let's speak about maybe Team Disillusion. What do we think like needs to go well in the lanes for them to maybe be in the driver's seat and to be able to prove to be a bit of an issue in the early game?
I think he wants more KK to get off to a really good start for him to get his like first damage item. About whether or not he wants to go Blink first or Deso is kind of up to him and it as well. I want to see him get towards that level 6, level 7 mark and kind of push the Slark out of lane and then be able to make a rotation. So really kind of comes down to the Templar Assassin and the Primal Beast lanes about them hitting these timings so they can just kind of go and they can go towards these objectives. They can run around and try and get some kills, because if this game slows down and they don't get any kills on like an Ember Spirit or a Slark, then it just becomes very hard for them. So that's what I need to see from TD. I would like to see them really come out of their lanes well and play a bit of fast tempo. And I'm not sure if you saw it or if our observer caught it, but Small KK screwed up his first meld of the game.
Top lane, Ukyo might go down if Aaron's able to find that last right click, just a little bit too far away though. So we already see the pressure they're able to output in this lane in particular. And well, that doesn't feel nice as well, losing your Wraithbane off the Courier. So Lonfair's not too happy about that one, my good sir. Thoughts on a Techies starting with a Bracer? I know he's got Tango Sentry now, but was a straight Bracer for Mr. Ramfordale.
Universal heroes. You can kind of do whatever you want, to be perfectly honest. I feel like the branches are just... You miss out on like one extra strength, and he probably knew that he was going to be facing up against a Spirit Breaker who is tanky, so I don't hate it. It's kind of in comparison, do you think, like, does Ramfudao feel like it is better value than just having like 5 branches and a boatload of tangos, which is a lot more gold efficient? In comparison to a Bracer, which is like what, 525 or something like that, whereas all the branches are similar stats, but much less gold.
505. Apologies. I was about to critique you and say, how dare you not know how much a Bracer costs, but lucky I didn't do that because I was also wrong. It is now 505 now. So overall, pretty passive start. Like nothing too crazy. 3 minutes in, looks like everyone's content with the farm. Like no one's too far behind, no one's too far ahead. I will say I'm a little bit surprised that Butterfly Effect probably has at least a couple last hit advantage in CS as well over the TA. So this is one thing in particular with this matchup as the game goes on. Like you will be able to have a great way to deal with the refraction. And you have, I think, importantly supports to play with the Ember as well. Because we know TA always falls back to the jungle, bottom lane, Hara. We'll give up first blood. There's the action starting to come into play. A beautiful blast off from Ramfudao. If you get kills like this, then I will never I would never, you know... I did not get enough sleep. I'll never critique your Bracer first item. Holy shit. Got there in the end.
Yeah, I'll lay off on calling out some of the misspoken words. Small KK dead. Yep, very dead. Because I know that you and Danog had a very long evening, and I mean we've still got to cast another series at the end of tonight as well. So
I don't even know what happened in the third series for Western Europe, but that started 2 hours late. So I have no idea if that even went game 3. That would have been 3 hours late of a finish. Did it go game 3? Didn't. Those games were pretty quick, actually, 29 minutes and 33 minutes. So Into the Breach did the boys favors over there. But yeah, that started 2 hours late. So that was our night.
That's rough. It's rough. And then you get to spend like, what, 6 hours with me. I feel sorry for you. It's you deserve a big sleep after this one, but hopefully either iG.V or TD are able to gift that to you this time around. It has been pretty even start. I think the one issue is Ember's off to a really, really good start versus the TA. Winning out on the CS and getting that first kill is very important. And you made a good point where the supports for iG.V can play with the Ember Spirit. So as soon as the TA starts going back towards the jungle, these lanes are going to be not as safe as what they are right now.
You could just say micro for Aaron instead, but Pounce was already used. So nice charge under the tower. Is able to help them secure the kill. Spirit Breaker might look to try and head on top though. He's going to cancel out the charge. Doesn't feel like he has enough by himself to get A in it. So for them, there will be no rebuttal. At least Ponyo is going to be able to TP mid though, so it gets the refill out of the bottle.
Oh, Lomfer, almost solo kill on Tizzy White. I think he ran feed out. More KKs and Trubs though.
Oh, not the Trubs. Small KK. He's got the boys, and they are responding to the call. Aeon even wants to show up as well just to help a fellow brother out. And might even be able to get Butterfly Effect depending on Ranfu Dao's spell casting. A little bit too late to catch up to the Ember, but it looks like they will get Ponyo though nonetheless. Although the good old-fashioned way, but the right clicks.
Yeah, that was a good rotation there by TD. If Aaron didn't come in and enchant off the Flame Guard from Butterfly Effect, they definitely would have killed Small KK there again. So he lives, they make a rotation, they get themselves some trade kills. Now Hara.
Oh no.
Needs another.
This is a long chase down, my friend. He's got Fairy Fire and 1 charges. Even eats the tango as well. Yeah, brother, you are going on quite the mission if you're going to get the kill. Oh, come on, Duke with the tangos. Are you going to go? Okay, they got him.
I mean, he bought some time. Bought a lot of time. Yeah. He wanted to reset anyways, so not the worst there from Aaron. Being a thorn in the side, but now they're making a big rotation here with Butterfly Effect.
They need to be rewarded for this rotation though, because it's 4 heroes on iG.Vitality. Looks like they will. So first permanent essence of the game. Butterfly Effect's going to be able to zip on over back to the mid lane as well. So at least they will be rewarded. It means they are away from the Wisdom Room though. So Ranfu Dao once again snipes iG.Vitalities. It does look like their Haru's are in a position to take Radiance as well though.
Yeah, so at least it's still a 50-50 trade. They do trade both of theirs, and now we can see Hara is charging around through now. He's going to try his best to get denied to the tower. No. Ponyo did enough damage to be able to get that kill, so he at least loses his life. But the supports are doing a pretty good job. I'm pretty impressed with Ranfu Dao and Aaron and their positioning that they were able to get across the map and how much damage they're actually able to apply to some of these side lanes. It looks like both teams kind of want to play at a bit of a frenetic pace. TZY as well as Lomfer are just going to kind of chill in their own little side lane while everybody else is ganking and getting kills.
Are there any surprises out of the first 8 minutes on how the lanes have gone than what you were expecting?
No, not really. I probably wasn't expecting this much movement from the lanes. I thought maybe it might have been a little bit more static between both of these two teams, but I can see that iG.V understand from the last 2 games that Butterfly Effect has been just a little bit better than Small KK, and they wanted to try and get him off to a red hot start. Was probably the most surprising thing for me, the amount of pressure they put on Small KK.
Dire's top
Ukyo, they will definitely return fire. Because they have the numbers advantage now with the cavalry showing up. It's going to be Spirit Breaker that leads the charge back into Aenid. FaZe Boot's Windlace makes it difficult for them to catch up. They're going to be relying on the pounce from Ukyo, and he will not even make an attempt for it. So Aenid gets out, and that is a lot of reactions expended from iG.Vitality.
It's surprising Aenid gets out of that. I thought he was a goner for sure, but TD are able to at least keep him alive. Now they're going to set their attention on Aaron. Ooh. Had to be careful. Small KK was in the area as well, so everybody's really gearing up to just constantly fight. We can see that there's a Dragonlance coming out now for Small KK. There's going to have an Orb of Corrosion coming in for Butterfly Effect, FaZe Boots early on here as well. Ponyo, I mean, unfortunately for him, he's a 5 Rubik, doesn't really get much, but same thing with like Aenid, right? He's going in for the drums. They've got a lot of these other items that they really want to kind of just sit back and get into this kind of fighting mindset with this 4 versus 4 that I think is going to, you know, eventuate.
Not like this, Aenid. Run, my friend. He actually got a turn. What's going on? He's looking to stand strong. Pulverize not going to get too much value out. Ukyo, no way, the Centaur's done! Oh my god, Ukyo might still go down. Aenid doesn't have spells nor the boys to work with. Meanwhile, something's going on inside the river as well. A Small KK and Aaron. They're going to be able to chase down Ponyo, cutting off the potential Rubik connection to top lane.
That was spice. That was real spice. And the fact that Aaron was microing his Centaur top, well, I mean, he threw out a stomp while also getting the gank going towards mid is very impressive from the Enchantress. That would have been panic stations, I think. If Yukio as well as Hara went down in that top side, I would have been, yeah, very, very, very scared for them. Because that would have been a double kill for Aenid, would have put him towards drums, and then they can kind of just run together and try and take some of these towers. I don't think either team is really all too worried with how the game is going so far. I can imagine that iG.V definitely want to try and get some more kills under their belt, see if they can catch more KK or Aenid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Hara. Even Lonfer, the swings on over out of nowhere through the rift. The Morphling comes, sees a free kill and a free tower.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, Twin Gates are kind of broken. They have done a lot of good things, but being able to do what you can do now with these position 1 carries, because that was the norm anyways, right? Like, you'd get kicked out of your own safe lane, you'd just TP top and you'd take the tier 1 tower and you'd start to transition to their side of the jungle, but now you get to do it for free, keep a TP as well. They're having a lot of issues with killing Aenid right now because of how tanky he is. Double bracer, drums, full wand. Don't have to have damage to kill him.
Well, he's going to get the kill and probably the double bounty rune as well. He has gone very deep though. So how do you craft a way to get out of this predicament that you are currently in? And it looks
just
like...
doom him.
No way. No. Okay. Man, if Onslaught was back up, who knows what the hell would have happened. But all right,
Yeah.
Aenid goes down. That is a kill. That's a big kill for TZY, considering he's doing very well in the net worth. Once again, is going to be going the Midas into the Octarine, so looking to really enable his game.
Yeah, it's very stock standard for a lot of these slower kind of styles of game. Going in for the Octarine core. He's going to hit that at a pretty good timing as well. So once he gets that Blink Dagger PKB, I think that's really going to be good timing for iG.V. Their Doom becomes very, very scary and very hard to deal with. Still may need some armor items into Small KK. Doesn't have the Desolator up just yet, but he has Blink as well as Dragonlance. So TA does do a lot of damage. Maybe not as much armor reduction as she usually did, but still does a lot of damage in and of herself.
Whoa, he jumped in. They're coming. They're going to be fast enough, though. Doesn't look like they are. Okay, so yeah, Small KK gets out. with the blink in. He is top of the net worth. Deso being worked on. And you also have a Morphling that's free farming. So it looks like the greed is kind of paying off. I mean, it's a... Would you say greed though, Fluke? Because you also then have a Primal Beast who's not really greedy 3.
Yeah, I think... I mean, having TA and Morphling together is a little greedy, just because they both want to be farming a lot of the jungle. Ramfudao is going to be in trouble, and I think they did offset it enough with their supports. Like, Enchantress as well as Techies, they love making moves, they love rotating around the map. They don't really need that much farm themselves, but they don't mind getting a little bit of farm. And same thing with the Primal Beast. So I think it's, overall, it's probably not too greedy, but their 1 and their 2 definitely are greedy when they're going together, but they just haven't been punished for it. They haven't lost all too much. They haven't lost a tier 1 tower, and they may even win a fight bottom as well. Oh, it did even on TA. Oh, this is it. A melt strike.
Is it going to be enough though? Steps into the trees. They're going to be able to turn to Ayanid, who's making a lot of space. They get the kill? No way. Ayanid lives to tell the tale, and now Butterfly Effect is in a lot of danger. He died to a neutral, Ayanid. I don't know how the hell that happened, but meanwhile, Butterfly Effect on the retreat still. Chains will buy enough time for him to be able to slither on out. That was a fight that they're able to very much come out on top of him with Lonfer not even there as well. So just imagine what starts to happen when he shows up to the fights.
Yeah. Things are going to start to look dire. You can see some of the issues they have with their lockdown, though. It is very hard for them to constantly get these kills. This is a big doom, though. Where's everybody else?
Where is everyone else, indeed? Looks like they're going to be there on die to be able to secure the kill, but I just so for Team Dissolution didn't have the supports nearby to protect Small KK. That's a great blast off, but what do you get with it? Maybe now Ayanid. They're going in 1 by 1 though, Fluke. I don't know if this is the recipe for success, because now Ayanid is going to feed his own life away. 2nd death in a row for the Dino. We were singing praises of him early on, but in fact, I think it's 3 deaths in a row. He is now bottom of the net worth, out of the cause, and really struggling to keep up now in farm.
Yeah, that was... I mean, I probably wouldn't have been too sad about it if it was directly after Ramfudao got that sick 3-man blast off and a dropped 2 of his bombs, because that definitely could have resulted in some kills going their way. But that was definitely not it from Ayanid, and you're gonna get something back here on Ahara, I think.
Hopefully,
yes.
Will.
Just Butterfly Effect has no mana. He's dead as well.
I'm drinking water. You can't die when I am. Okay, fire up.
Oh. He actually got an extra 1 charge from the meld strike and the ulti from the TA. So maybe if TA didn't use any of those spells, we could have been singing about Mr. Butterfly Effect just dying as he gets walked down by a Templar assassin.
A what if moment, right? There's a lot of them in lives. What if Fluke wasn't born? How better of a place would the world be?
Come on, man. You can't say that.
I'm going to the Casters Union. That's it. The Cabal's going to come after you.
I don't know. I am the Cabal mother effort TA. All right, they're going to get Small KK. So deaths are completed, but I just meant that people have not really given a lot of respect this game. You're going a bit too far forward, trying to get some kills. You almost get it on Butterfly Effect, but now you go inside their triangle. And this is iG.Vitality, not a bad team. You walk in by yourself, they will all run over there. And now top lane, TZY, also looking for the potential kill onto Lonfer, but with the Doom, oh man, a couple of seconds is all he needed for it to be back up.
Yeah, so they have the Lincolns available though. So if they're able to charge and pop that definitely could have been a kill. They would have loved to have seen that, but they don't get it. And yeah, I agree with you. I don't know. It's kind of weird with the way that these two teams are playing against each other right now. But Team Disillusion, they're still in the driver's seat. They've got their cores getting to the scary point of the game. And now with Deso available for Small KK, there's a lot of damage.
He gets the kill, but at what cost, my friend? This is just a ponyo. My guy doesn't care about dying when his Butterfly Effect Ember just runs down 2 heroes.
Yeah, I mean, that's a trade that Ponyo will take every day of the week.
Oh.
Maybe Ramfu?
Not bad. Good jump. Replicant as well. Somehow Butterfly Effect is able to get out of danger, and it should close the distance onto TZY. But they would have loved the Ember Spirit, unfortunately, not to be. There was some quick fingers and quick feet from him as well to get out of danger. So nonetheless, though, we finally get to see Lonfair show up, and he's still top of the net worth. So even with all the craziness going on with the back and forth, one side steps a bit too far forward, the other team repeats that, you still have the Morphling that is going uncontested this game.
Yep. And this is where Lonfair really shines, is when he gets given all the space in the world, and especially on such a hard carry like the Morphling. So even though the TD are kind of throwing away a bit of their lead when it comes to their other cores, the Morphling still is in a very, very good spot. I think Aenid really wants to try and build towards his BKB. Fortunately now, Eren is in trouble. He's hard to kill, but still are able to get the kill. So I think TD just kind of need to pump the brakes a little bit, get themselves BKB here onto their primal base, and then they can resume their shenanigans. But
Speaking of the
Yukio
Dino,
might find him first.
and he will. Nice Dark Pack timing. Stolen Onslaught looks goddamn weird, and now they're going to try and TP some of the members in to protect him, but it's really just Ranfu Dao, which also just feeds himself to the wolves as well, as once again, you just go one by one. You don't have all the members. Small KK is trying to maybe dispatch of Doom once he's connecting down to bottom, but he doesn't have the damage by himself. So look, when do we get to the stage where you start to 5-man on, or at least take 5-man fights on raiding? Because currently they are not doing that.
I think it has to be BKB for Aenid is their first opportunity, but the question is, like, what do they lose before that time? Like, because Aenid's died so many times in these last fights, it's very hard for them to get into a good spot.
Might lose Lonfair.
He turned into a slug.
Uh-oh. I mean, that...
And they're going to kill Small KK mid too.
Oh, and he's going on across the map! Butterfly Effect will now chain on over and get Eren as well. This is a wild game 3. Back and forth. A lot of kills. 32 in 21 minutes. We have a bloodbath of a game 3.
Bro, I was getting to the point where I was thinking for TD, yeah, they're making some mistakes and they're kind of like fluffing about, but they've got Morphling, right? Like, Morphling's going to be okay. He's very hard to deal with, but they've just been they have just been picked apart by iG.V. iG.V. have been doing a fantastic job. They got their own items, right? Like, they got Echo Saber and a Diffusal Blade on Yukio. He hasn't left the side of Butterfly Effect, who has a Yules and a Maelstrom now. So he's able to get himself away from the very small amount of lockdown that is in front of him. TZY has a Blink Dagger, and they've got mech up on Ponyo. So, I mean, the 5-man starts now from iG.V. It's the response from TD that I'm concerned about. They have BKB on their Primal Beast, so they want to try and fight now, but Lonfair's nowhere in the picture. He doesn't have a TP either.
Get out, get out!
Get to the job.
Get to the job. Okay, it does reveal inside the lane. They're going to try and go for Ponyo instead. This is not the high value kill they were hoping for. And with multiple people showing bottom, your Morphling now needs to be careful mid lane. They're going to start to make the attempt. Waveform's already been used, but as soon as they see the TPs back from some of the supports, iG.Vitality will instantly do a quick U-turn.
Yeah, and now they're going to be able to set their attentions on Small KK bottom. He's been charged up, so they know exactly where he's going to be going. And again, they're just getting out macroed. I think that's the biggest thing is iG.V are doing a beautiful job of just picking them apart and getting rid of their big scary cores.
What the? Alright. I don't know how this
bashed the
helped.
tomato into the high ground.
But did he even bash him though? I swear he did. I mean, obviously there's no other way he could have got there, but I swear he bashed and then a couple seconds after it just jumped up. Anyway, it feels like they're not respecting the Spirit Breaker. I don't know if... I mean, you must be playing up against a lot of Spirit Breaker. China really likes his hero, but they are just farming really over-aggressively. You TP everyone mid to protect the Morphling, which means that everyone has left your TA bottom. You just got to go straight for him.
Yeah, and I think that kind of comes back to some of the other decisions that we've seen TD make. Maybe they're feeling like they're in such a good spot to be able to win this game that they don't care about the mistakes that they're making, but this is rough.
Dire's top tower
Solemn Pulverize. Well, KK is going to make sure there's no possibility of him being able to utilize that spell. Just losing the Rubik's going to be pretty nice considering everyone TP's down. They might be looking at Roche though, which is something that even with the Templar Assassin and a Morphling lineup, they have not even considered once this game. So really needs to be next for them. They only have about a minute left until it leaves to the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, to be fair, they really haven't stabilized themselves. So maybe Roche is just a little bit too far out of their thought processes right now. I would love to see them take it. They're going to be able to do it so fast with the Primal Beast as well as the Morphling. But they just haven't put any emphasis on securing that area of the map. They can start setting their attention top now with Lonfer, putting his body up there. Because if they keep losing members, then it's going to be hard for them to get Roche. And if they lose the first Roche of the game, I'm going to be very surprised. The heroes they have just take it so fast in comparison to iG.V.
Do you feel like this is a side that you feel a little bit more comfortable with as the game goes to the later stages with how even it is?
Yeah, probably iG.V's, right? Because you've got Doom. Like, Doom's job's very simple. Doom, one of the two cores. Same thing with Ember. He's just going to fly around. He doesn't have to deal massive amounts of damage. He just has to kind of fly around the fight and give Slark opportunities to find some angles where he can use Depth Shroud as well as his Shadow Dance. So I'm definitely favouring iG.V as this game gets a little later. They are some big moments that that TD can have, but they don't have the same kind of playing power that iG.V have with how straightforward their game plan is going to be. They at least forced out a Shadow Dance. I think that was pretty impressive.
Maybe a kill into TZY. Some extra reactions needs to come out as Aeonid. BKB Pulverize should be a guaranteed kill into the Doom before he's able to spellcast Ukyo as well as in some danger. Any more AoE damage? There is none, with unfortunately Ranfu Dao a little bit too far away to have that potential way cancel the TP. So you do get a pretty nice kill onto the Doom. Let's see what they can get out of this though. Once again, you have to bring everyone down to your side of the map, so it's not like you can really get any objectives.
Yeah, I think now is the best time for them to try and look towards Roche. That was a solo kill?
What? Yeah. I guess
happen?
the Ember replicate and yours was... I don't know. I was not watching, but just presuming the Ember replicate with the extra chains was enough.
Can't click the death summary either. I don't even have one, so...
Oh, yeah. It's bugged for you as well?
Yeah.
Because it's not for Matt, and it pisses me off, dude. He laughs. He's like, oh, yeah, I have this death summary. And I try and click it. I spam it, and it just never works. And I don't understand why it is me.
Oh, that's like the worst thing to have happen in a game is Matt to have one thing that you don't. Oh, yeah. I couldn't imagine anything worse.
Yeah, no, neither could I. Yeah, so it looked like it was chains into just 1700 damage of magic and physical as well from the Morphling. So, all right, a lot of burst, big solo kill, and Lonfer, I mean, hasn't 5-1-2. This boy's balling out, but we still kind of yet to feel his impact in a way really showing these fights like it should be.
Yeah, I think in a lot of the fights that he's really kind of been in, it's either teams responding to him or he hasn't really been able to do much. So iG.V, they want the kill here on Aeonid. This is big.
That is big. Do you go hunting now? 24 stolen essence is a lot. You got 2 smokes on Rubik. Lanes are in a great position too. I kind of would like to see them maybe do something across the map with this opening now.
Especially after Small KK just showed himself towards the mid lane. You can see the butterfly effect want to try and cut this lane. They know that it's a little bit too hard for them to just walk in and sneak a Roche as well. They don't really have the greatest heroes at taking Roche on. And with the vision they have, they also don't want to go to the top side of the map.
TZY. Oh my god, he was able to get the blink AoE Doom off. Still the strength morph is there. Radiant is slow to react. Aaron's starting to come over. There's a shield rune in the river as well. If he can somehow get there, no way. Are you serious? And we're still going to be in a lot of danger. That rune gets melted off with ease from Ukyo, but they have completely avoided this Doom advantage. Now it is on cooldown. It's going to be up to Ukyo to potentially turn the fight, but they want nothing to do with it. As iG.Vitality lost the Rubik on the wings, and they're going to retreat as a result to that.
Yeah, that I'm not sure if the shield rune... I mean, I guess it does matter all too much, but he still had a lot of HP to get through, and his team was coming back to save him. Took him a long time, but this is the issue that we've been seeing with both of these two teams, is the lockdown is a little lacking. Yes, the AoE Doom was on for a long time, but he was able to get the Agi-Morph off, and now with Doom not available, Depth Shroud not available, Shadow Dance not available, Lon Fur and Small KK walk finally into Roche.
Meanwhile, they
lose
should
Aenid.
get a kill onto Aenid. Yep, Compound, so can't charge out of that one, but still
he
gets
blinked.
enough separation. Nice blink. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he was considering it, but yeah, like you said, with that kill, that little engagement, Small KK and the boys able to go into Roche. So Lonfert has the Aegis now to work with, getting very close to the Silver's Edge as well.
Yeah, Morphling's getting to the point where he's getting very hard to deal with. Slark hasn't been able to build up too many essence shifts on him just yet. So maybe in these next couple of fights, we're going to be looking towards Yukio to put a lot of his emphasis onto the Morphling. But we still really haven't seen a full 5v5, so I haven't been able to get a full gauge on what these teams are thinking. The net worth is extremely even, the kills are extremely even. The only real separating factor right now is this Morphling with an Aegis. So they've got 4 minutes to take some more of these buildings, maybe take control of the top side of this map. And it seems like they are trading sides of the map. Radiant want top, Dire want bottom, and the fight will be over for mid.
I would like a gem to be considered for Dire. Yep, 30 minutes in for a Slark, and not having a gem to deal with is going to be a little bit difficult now, especially when, I mean, at least even maybe have sentries in the backpack so you can swap the wand.
I've only got a few sentries on Ponyo, so I agree. I think gems just to be able to clear out this top side of the map that really you have not been able to be in for the longest time. Try and get rid of some of this vision, try and set up some more of your own in the bottom side. Octarine Core done on Hara, so I feel like he definitely could be picking up the gem. Buy it out, give it to Yukio, let him kind of walk around, do Slark things. But this game is really slowed down now with the Aegis. It's hard for iG.V to try and find picks because they want to try and kill Lon Fur, but he has 2 lives, so it's hard to kill him. And same side for TD. They don't seem all too rushed at all. They obviously have a few of their members that are lacking in some of the net worth, but they're more than happy to play this nice and slow and relaxed.
Easy why? Link's going to be able to get himself out of harm's way. I'm very surprised what they're waiting for in Radiant. Like 2 minutes 30 left in the Ages. It's just going to be Lonfer and Aaron. They don't need the whole team. These two boys can do it by themselves. At least they'll try and do it by themselves, but TZY is able to react. Meanwhile, Ukyo is cutting mid lane as well, which is going to force out a kind of aggressive glyph for them.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to keep their creep wave alive, which is a little unfortunate. So this tier 2 probably won't be taken. It's the fight they want to take. TZY is TP'd into this. They have AoE Doom ready.
They're going to try and look to use it. Instant jump in. They'll get the first life. They've still got a decent duration of Doom as well off the back of the respawn. They're going to be able to blow him up. Everyone needs to turn their attention to Lonfair. Forsyth gets him out of danger. He's getting kited back to the mines. Going to be cautious. There's a lot set up and the trap has been sprung. That is what they were waiting for, but still Ukyo, he's ready to go. A lot of essence has been stolen, but once you get the replicate out, there is no escape. Morphling holds him down, turns to the Rubik, and we are finally seeing the true power of a TA and Morph in conjunction together.
Yeah, it took such a long time for Small KK to get there. He was a little bit distracted and eventually was able to get in there, and now the amount of damage he's able to do, if they can get a silence on a butterfly effect, no. So they weren't able to get that one. And they get a, 4 for 3. Big set of numbers coming out from the techies as well as the Morphling. Eventually, you're able to see the TA come into this fight, but I think it was a little too hard for them to win this fight. I would have preferred them to put all the emphasis onto the Morphling as he was respawning. They wanted to be a little bit greedier. They wanted to get the kill onto the techies straight away. They wanted to make sure that they were able to get as many kills out of this, but they got completely baited into the minefield. And TZY goes down. Yukio goes in, gets himself a free kill on Eren, but at that stage, when you don't have Depth Shroud, you don't have Shadow Dance anymore, you will just die to these heroes because of the amount of damage that they do. So, TD, in a good spot.
That is a fight where Small KK even came at the remnants of it as well. So that's crazy they were able to win off the back of that. I 100% agree. I really would have liked if they put emphasis on that respawn, but now you're in a very tricky position for iG.Vitality. What is the call? It feels like it feels like Slark needs a lot of items, as he might not have the chance to get them because they're diving deep inside the base. A-Unit, an aggressive jump. TZY is going to try and go for the Doom. It's a pretty good retreat out with some of the Force staffs. He's finally been able to lock onto the Dino, so he'll be able to get the kill onto A-Unit, but still the rebuttal is there. Techies as well will go down. It's a good start for iG.Vitality, but Small KK is still going to be in, trying to potentially see what he's able to do to turn the fight back around. They've got the initial silence on a butterfly effect. Is the damage going to be air though? It's like it is not.
Oh, he's just able to juke out some more of those projectiles. Butterfly effect got copped by a adaptive strike. He definitely would have died too. So, first lane of racks going the way here of TD. And this is the issue with this kind of draft, is they can really overtake a game. They can go extremely fast with their two big cores, and IGV have not been able to hold out just yet. Eren is going to give away a decent amount of Essence Shift stacks to Yukio. Yes, does. But that's all they lose. They get themselves a full lane of racks, and now they're Morphling and their TA are 3,000 gold ahead of the next closest core for the side of IGV.
Walk up this high ground, my friend. This is a scary pit of death. What's on the corridor? Demon Edge. Oh, I was going to say that would have been huge to snipe. Regardless, they'll just go for the kill instead. They don't want to reveal their location. Be hoping he goes to the triangle. TPs are starting to come through. It's just going to be the Doom first. He does cancel it though.
Ooh.
Recognizing Ukyo needs no further assistance.
That was close. They popped the Lincoln, so there was definitely a space there for them to pulverize, but Yukio was able to get the Depth Shroud off in time. As you said, full MKB being completed now, so this butterfly is being a little nullified. And Slark is getting to the point where he is becoming scary. He can do a lot of work in these team fights, but he still needs his teammates to be able to put pressure in these fights as well. Need TZY to be able to stick on top of people with AoE Doom. This is my gripe with AoE Doom, is you can kind of just be force-stuffed out of it. You can walk out of it, so it's not as cut and dry as completely deleting a person. You just doom them, and then like they have to kind of run away in the fight. Whereas like with the AoE Doom, like you have to stay on top of them. So if you die, the Doom goes away. So it's a very tenuous relationship to have this AoE Doom.
Ukyo? Chilling, fire up, scare me for a little bit.
This is kind of a very interesting play from TD. They're constantly forcing him to Shadow Dance as well as Depth Shroud, so they can try and take a fight and make it so the Slark doesn't have his main defensive tool. Yeah,
I really wonder how much he was considering the refresher with his Skadi as well, because I 100% agree. I think these ultimates are super vital to his team fight success, and I'm gonna see them try and catch out Aenid, but he is chilling. Don't go up the high ground. We saw what happened last time.
Jungle is not yours anymore.
Poke on the Dino, but please get rid of some of the essence. There's a lot of mines. Ukyo. Dude, 4 of them just is down to a quarter of health. They'll get the techies,
they're all
but
dead.
What the hell? All the mines. What just happened, dude? The explosive man has done it again. That is his home, and no one will be able to come and knock it down.
I can just imagine Sir Actions
Bomba!
like screaming and just being like, to the minefield! To the minefield!
That's game.
Yeah, that's game over. Slark has no buyback. They just lose off the back of
The
taking.
Bomba Man. No way, dude. What
There's
can you
literally
do?
nothing they can do.
There's not. They got relegated off that fight. Oh my god, are you serious? That's going to be devastating. Again, they DC before GG or Throne. No, they're all out as well. They are all out. Not even a GG. Even Radiant are out of this game as well. Oh, what a mess. What a mess.